Every year, there's a quarterback prospect that seemingly flies up draft boards and is usually from a non-Power 5 school. They are a prospect that is viewed as a risky pick with a high ceiling but low floor. There are usually concerns about the player's consistency or durability due to the talent they played against in college. This year, the player who's being talked about in that way is BYU's Jaren Hall, a player that is skyrocketing up draft boards. Jaren Hall was born on March 24, 1998, and grew up in Spanish Fork, Utah, just south of Provo and Salt Lake City. Hall's mother Holly was a gymnast for BYU, while his father Callan was a fullback on the football team at BYU. Jaren began playing football when he was 7 years old and joined the Nevada Youth Football League. He played in a jamboree in Orem with teams from Nevada and California, and during that event, he fell in love with the game of football. Hall attended Maple Mountain High School in Spanish Fork, where he would go on to be a three-sport star in football, basketball, and baseball. When it came to basketball, he played on the varsity team for 2 seasons and averaged 10.1 points, 3.1 assists, 1.6 rebounds, and 1 steal per game as a senior. He helped his team reach the state semifinals in 2016, where they lost to eventual champions Bingham. He was named to the All-Regional 8 first team and All-Valley second team by the Daily Herald. He also received some interest from some college basketball programs, including Utah Valley and Southern Utah. He also had a stellar baseball career, playing varsity for all 4 years. From what I could find, he hit 8 home runs, 10 triples, and 12 doubles, and also pitched. He was named to the All-Regional 8 first team and All-Valley first team by the Daily Herald as a senior. He received Division I offers from likes of Utah Valley, Southern Utah, and BYU for baseball. But for the most part, this is a football channel, so let's take a look at the spectacular career he had on the gridiron in high school. Jaren put up big numbers at Maple Mountain. During his junior season, he led his team to the state semifinals, and in the quarterfinal game, he threw for 327 yards and 4 touchdowns through the air and also rushed for 103 yards and 2 touchdowns on the ground en route to a 49-35 win. He arguably had his best game of his career as a senior when he threw for 417 yards and 6 touchdowns while also rushing for 67 yards and a touchdown on the ground on October 16, 2015 against Salem Hills. In the 56-28 win, he broke the school record for passing yards in a game. He finished his high school career throwing for 5,109 passing yards and 52 touchdowns and became the first player in Utah history to pass for over 4,000 yards and rush for over 1,000 yards in a season. I'm going to be honest, I do not believe all his numbers have been recorded on the internet. Coming out of high school, according to 24/7 Sports Composite, Hall was a 3-star recruit with a .8549 rating. He received 2 offers from Utah and BYU, but also had Arkansas, Houston, Stanford, Texas A&M, Utah State, and Washington State all show interest in the Utah talent. Hall ultimately chose to commit to BYU over Utah. One reason was his family connection to the school. His parents are both BYU alumni, and his father played football for the Cougars. His older brother also played football for BYU, and his younger brother is a BYU signee. Hall grew up as a BYU fan and wanted to follow in his father's footsteps. Another reason was his faith. Hall is a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints and wanted to attend a school that shared his values and beliefs. He also wanted to serve a mission for the church, which he did in Roseville, California from 2016 to 2018. A third reason was the opportunity to play both football and baseball at BYU. He decided to pursue both football and baseball at BYU, where he played as an outfielder and designated hitter for the baseball team in 2019 and 2020. He later put baseball on hold to focus on football, but he enjoyed playing both sports at a high level. Although Hall was a member of the 2016 recruiting class, he would not join the BYU football team until 2018 due to his mission trip. When Hall finally joined BYU in 2018, he played in 2 games and took a redshirt year. The following season, he played in 7 games and made 2 starts, serving as former first-round pick Zach Wilson's backup. When he made his first career start that season against South Florida, he became the first black quarterback to start a game for BYU. He finished the 2019 season throwing for 420 yards and 1 touchdown while also rushing for 3 touchdowns on the ground. During this time period, he was also doing well on the baseball diamond for the Cougars. In 2019, he played in 27 games, hitting .167 with 1 home run, 5 RBIs, 4 stolen bases, and 8 walks. In 2020, he played in 5 games, hitting .400 with 1 home run, 6 RBIs, 2 walks, and 1 hit by pitch. Hall took a medical redshirt year during the 2020 season after suffering from multiple concussions in 2019 and dealing with hip surgery. This was to heal from the injuries so he could come back even stronger. He used this time to study film and learn from Zach Wilson, who would go on to have a fantastic year, leading to him being taken by the New York Jets in the first round of the 2021 NFL Draft. Jaren Hall won the starting job in 2022 after a three-way quarterback competition with Baylor Romney and Jacob Conover. He impressed the coaches with his consistency, explosiveness, and decision-making. He also showed that he was fully healthy and ready to lead the team. He earned the trust and respect of his teammates and coaches with his work ethic, preparation, and leadership. He also had the advantage of having more experience and familiarity with the offense than Romney and Conover. Hall started 10 games for BYU, throwing for 2,583 yards, 20 touchdowns, and only 5 interceptions. He was one of the top quarterbacks in the nation when it came to efficiency, with a rating of 156.1. He also rushed for 307 yards and 3 touchdowns on the ground, leading the Cougars to an 8-2 record. Jaren Hall performed even better in 2022 as BYU's starting quarterback. He started 12 games and led the Cougars to a 7-5 record, including 4 wins over Power 5 opponents. He threw for 3,171 yards with a 66% completion rate and 31 touchdowns to 6 interceptions. His efficiency rating of 160.8 ranked him among the top quarterbacks in the nation and was 8th best in BYU history. He also ran for 348 yards and 3 touchdowns on 86 carries and caught a touchdown pass. He received several honors for his performance, such as the Independent Offensive Player of the Year, the Independent Quarterback of the Year, and the All-Independent First Team by College Football Network. He also accepted an invitation to play in the Senior Bowl. Hall was one of 7 players invited to the Senior Bowl, playing for the national team coached by the Los Angeles Rams coaching staff. He had a really good week when it came to practice, as he impressed scouts and analysts with his arm strength, accuracy, mobility, and leadership skills. In the game itself, he completed 7 of his 11 passes for 87 yards and a touchdown, while also rushing for 12 yards on the ground. He received positive feedback from several NFL writers and draft experts who named him as one of the prospects to watch at the Senior Bowl. Although he was dealing with an ankle injury at the NFL Combine, he continued to raise his draft stock, impressing evaluators when it came to his arm strength, accuracy, and mobility during the on-field workouts. He also did well in interviews in the Wonderlic test, proving his strong character and intelligence. During his pro day, he ran a 4.62 40 and interviewed with the Minnesota Vikings, Seattle Seahawks, Detroit Lions, and Indianapolis Colts. There are questions and concerns when it comes to his durability and consistency, though, and he will be a 25-year-old rookie with only 2 seasons as a starting quarterback. Overall, Hall is considered a high upside but high risk quarterback prospect who could be drafted anywhere from the 2nd round to the 4th round, depending on his pre-draft workouts and interviews. He has the potential to be a starter in the NFL, but he also has some areas to work on and some question marks to answer. Depending on who you follow for your draft content, Hall is ranked anywhere between the 6th best quarterback and 9th best quarterback prospect in this class. He is viewed as a consensus top 100 quarterback who may be a risky pick by whoever takes him. I like players like Jaren Hall, the small school guys who rise up the draft boards, and I think there's potential for him to be a good NFL player. What do you think? Where do you think Jaren Hall will be drafted, and who do you think will take him? Let me know in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to check out one of my other videos right here. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more college football content. Thank you so much for watching. I could not be more thankful for y'all. You guys make this all possible for me, and as always, remember to embrace the grind.